Chris Christie was one of the Republicans in one of the earlier waves of them getting COVID, because of course they were going to, because they weren't protecting themselves because they thought it was a hoax and they were fundamentally wrong. But he did survive. Chris Christie survived his time with the virus, and he is now trying to take it a little bit more seriously. And he is in an ad actually that is encouraging people to wear masks. Let's take a look at that.
This message isn't for everyone. It's for all those people who refuse to wear a mask. You know, lying in isolation in ICU for 7 days, I thought about how wrong I was to remove my mask at the White House. Today, I think about how wrong it is to let mask wearing divide us, especially as we now know you're twice as likely to get COVID-19 if you don't wear a mask. Because if you don't do the right thing, we could all end up on the wrong side of history. Please wear a mask.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are gonna end up on the wrong side of history, mask or not. But okay, Viviana, he's a Republican and he didn't take it seriously, but now he's trying to, and he's got the mask. How much credit should we give to Chris Christie? And do you think that this will actually help?
I don't think it will help, but I give him a little bit of credit for stepping up and recognizing that he almost died. I don't want to diminish his use of masks, but it does look like he's using an old pair of boxer shorts for that mask, that blue one. I don't know how he couldn't have got a nicer mask. That one looks real nasty. But I suspect that we're
yeah, it does kind of look like
all stretched out. Like what? He has a big face, so he might have needed some extra fabric yardage. But I think we're going to see a lot of backpedaling. Because politicians, this is how Trump got into office. It is a swamp. All of these people are the same, left, right, they're all smashed in there. So they will say whatever they need to do. They will do whatever they need to do to stay in office, to be relevant. And that's what needs to change with this country. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people who supported the right thought that Donald Trump would be that change. And they weren't completely wrong, because there has been a change, but not for the good. And it definitely hasn't changed the swamp-like atmosphere of DC. So should we give him credit? I say yes, because there's still thousands of people dying. So if it makes one person wear a mask, then thank you, Chris Christie.
Yeah, I will give him credit, mostly because doing this will result in conservatives attacking him. So there's some political cost, sort of. But let's also acknowledge that it took him 300,000 deaths before doing this. And imagine briefly some sort of alternate world where, like 6 months ago, Chris Christie and every other Republican you can imagine in government, Trump and Mitch McConnell and Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and Marjorie Taylor Greene and whoever, and then all of the personalities at Fox and a bunch of like conservative musicians and I don't know, someone who hunts on TV, all of them, all of their people got together and all made ads encouraging people to wear masks and to socially distance. And everywhere you turned, you saw reminders that it was your patriotic duty. It's part of being a good American is caring about the well-being of your neighbors and all that. If they had all done that, imagine how many fewer people would have died. There's nothing any of them could do that would have had a better chance of saving lives. And they didn't do that. Instead, they went in the opposite way. They started competing with each other to care the least about the virus, to get as many people sick and killed as possible. So I guess it's good to have a couple of them changing their mind now.
Here's what I'm afraid of, John, and let me know what you think of this. And we're slowly seeing it. We're seeing it with the president. Now, he was already, reading Breitbart and doing that whole thing before he got into office. And now that has just really escalated. Conspiracy theories. He's watching OAN, is that how you say it? That news network. And I fear that videos like this Chris Christie one, and even if other Republicans or GOP politicians come forward, I fear that it's going to push the right further right into abandoning them, saying, "Oh, well, they've really sold out. We're really going to be patriots and fight for." I'm afraid that it's going to be further divisiveness, even within their own party.
Yeah, I think that there's a good chance. Well, that's sort of why I was saying I give them a little bit of credit because of the potential costs. Like they're far more likely to jettison any one of these people for going against the narrative. Like maybe Trump at this point, maybe Trump and a couple of people at Fox News changing on this could actually get through to them, but they're not going to do that because they're doing the grift is going very well for them. But yeah, I think it's more likely that now it's too baked in. Like, yeah.
But Trump saying,
core political identity.
Wear a mask. We're gonna wear a mask.
Which is the best he's done. That's the best he's done is like he'll wear a mask and then immediately undercut it. If early on, if he had said you need to do this and if Fox News had done it, we would be sitting at 30,000 deaths. He would have been reelected probably. World would have been far better off, both for Trump and for everyone. Aside from 4 more years of him.
He blew his chance. He could have really done a minimal job, a half-assed job to try to get a hold of this pandemic. And the fact that and that CNN anchor did call Pence out on this, about saying that he did the ban in China and Biden said it was racist. Well, it was because you had Europe wide open. So yeah, it is racist to just say only the Chinese can't come. Like if this is some weird world where you only live in a little bubble in your country. So they totally disregard other facts. They read the statistics the way they want. But if we had united as a country and just said, we're gonna wear masks, there still could be these little arguments about herd immunity and all of these things that have gone on. But we could have really protected a lot of the country. And it is really sad that we're just in the middle of it right now. We don't even know what's really gonna happen, not just with thousands and thousands more dying, but economically at the other end of this. I mean, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, we're left hoping it'll be just 200,000 more dead. Like if we'll just hit 500,000, then that'll be it. Everyone will be vaccinated. Man, what a failure.
No one's scared, John. Why isn't anyone scared? Left, right, center, I don't care who you're talking to. Even people who are against Trump are out there saying, well, you gotta live your life. I gotta go out. I can't do this. I get it.
I can speak for myself. I can speak for I don't
tired. We're all tired, but there are a lot of people doing that where they think that they wear masks because they wear it inside the CVS. Well, that's not enough. Just because you're mandated to wear it inside a store, that doesn't mean you're being safe. We're in a bad place.
Yeah.
Sorry to be depressed, everyone.
Have been for some time.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.